You're going to be doing a lab where you have to measure water and oil in a graduated cylinder. A graduated cylinder, there's a picture of it in your book, which you've already seen. I want to make absolutely sure that you know how to properly read a graduated cylinder. When you fill it up, the numbers are going to start 0 at the bottom and then they'll go up to the top. Likely what you'll be using is a 50 milliliter graduated cylinder. But just like we talked about the rulers in the very first video for this chapter, you need to always make sure that you read your graduated cylinder so that you have one estimated digit in your reading. So with the example that I have up here on the board, my big marks are marked off in units of 10. So here's 30 and here's 40, and then each mark in between that is going to be 1 milliliter. So if this is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, because of the properties of water, which again we're going to talk about in great detail a little bit later on in the course, the water tends to cling to the side of the container and it forms what's called a meniscus. And that meniscus basically just means that the water is curved. When you read this, you need to get down at eye level. So even if your table is quite a bit below where you're working, if your graduated cylinder is sitting on the counter, which you certainly do, and you don't try to hold it up in the air and read it. You want to sit it on the counter so that your liquid is even, and then get yourself down at eye level to the same level as the meniscus. So you always want to be looking at it right where the meniscus is. The bottom of the meniscus right here is where you want to read that volume. Okay, again, at eye level. Don't try to stand up and read it if it's down on the table. You need to squat down and get down so you're at eye level right next to it. So here you can see that the bottom of the meniscus on this particular graduated cylinder is between the 35 and the 36 mark. I think everybody can agree on that. The last digit is the one that you're going to have to estimate. And so I would record this volume as 35.6 milliliters. Okay, so again, always one digit that you have to guesstimate, that you have to estimate as to where it is. Your lab partner, if you have a lab partner, your friend, your mom, they may read it as 35.5, 35.7. It should be real close, but you may disagree on that last number, but that's the number that has some estimation in it. And you want to make sure that you record all of your measurements to the proper number of significant figures, all from eye level and at the bottom of the meniscus.